Hello folks, NC4XL, North Carolina for extreme lovers. And I'm not, just the darling old man. I was thinking today, after I got back from my activations, that I really should put a review of the antennas that I've been using here for the last 4 months, 5 months. And no, I'm not asked to do the review. No, I'm not paid to do the review. I don't do that. I give reviews on products that I purchase that are mine so that I'm not swayed onto an opinion. KO4 Foxtrot Sierra Zulu, that's Chris. I met him through Parks on the Air when he first started out building, not assembling, building antennas here in North Carolina. So I got one. I've already been known to run the end fed by Vibraplex. When I got the antenna, I liked the lightness of it, the wire, the silicone wire, the no memory wire, no tuning stubs hanging down. One of the features that he offered was what frequency, what part of the band do you operate off of? I shared it with him. He says, I will tune it. Did you hear what I just said? I will tune it. So he set that antenna up on the portion of the band that I use. I'm predominantly sideband. So he tuned it so that I had the flat SWRs out of the box. And for those of you that are into CW, he'll do the same. Each one of his antennas are tested prior to leaving and are tuned prior to leaving. When I get through running an activation for me, I'm not saying anybody else, just me, myself, and I, us three, I'm tired because I spend about 3 or 4 hours. All I want to do is get that bad boy down, wrapped up, put in the box, and let's go. Very easy to what I call undeploy. Bring it back down. You don't have to fight the wire, memorizing, kinking up, and things of this nature. The cost factor. I spent on an average, I have 3 Vibraplex, EF quad Vibraplex, great antenna. $150, $160. I got 3 of them. So after getting his 10 through 40 end fed and the results being phenomenal, and I'm satisfied with the ease of getting it up and the ease of bringing it down, I asked him to make me a 17 meter because I had a 17 meter homebrew dipole that I would put up in a sloper configuration. Well, he made that. I paid for that, got it shipped. If you follow any of my activations, every activation I do a video that tells what I'm using. And I do that intentionally. As I want people to know whatever I'm using, whoever it belongs to, it's immaterial. That's just the product. That's just the way I operate. So now when I go out, I put the end fed up about 50, 60 feet if I can get it there. And underneath that same pole, I have the 17 meter. So on one pole, both antennas are up in the air. Both antennas are tuned with 50 feet of coax. That's what I use. That's one of the things that I found to be the best. No, I do not need a counterpose. No, I do not need a RF choke. Some people wish to have an RF choke. You can. That's on you if you want to do that. Or ferrite beads. Cost factor. I bought both antennas for what I paid for one. I'll stand behind this product. And this is not one of these where you buy the parts and you all put them together like a puzzle and called assembled in the United States. This is made by Chris. The wires measured out. the turret's hand wired. So we're getting real USA made quality product from a young man just doing the things that it takes to take care of his family, enjoy his hobby, and share it with many other hams. So if you're looking for an antenna to run at the house and just keep it up, whether it's 20 feet up in the air or 45 feet or 60 feet, that's strictly up to you. That's a great antenna. The box is weatherproof. If you have any questions, you want him to make an 80 through a 10, he can do the modification. He'll work with you individually, one-on-one, so that you get what you want. He'll have the higher power antenna if you're going to be one to run power, but most of the time everything that he has is 100 watt or less unless you specify. That's my review. If you want to spend a little less money and get a great product made here in the United States, then go get on KO4 Foxtrot Sierra Zulu's page. He sells them on eBay. He has his own personal page, I believe. If you're on Parks on the Air, you can reach him there. If you're on What I Did on Ham Radio page, you can reach him there with a message. He's one of my admins. A great product. Great antenna. Awesome numbers. And I'll toot my horn at the end of this. If you want to see some of the numbers that I run and you're into Parks on the Air, go to my profile and you'll see the numbers that we're running off of that antenna. I'm nobody special. I'm just a human being just like you on the other side of this video. I just use a good product and have propagation to work with, and you put the two together, it's a win-win situation. November Charlie 4 X-Ray Lima, reviewing KO4 Foxtrot Sierra Zulus 10 through 40 and 17 meter that I personally use and would recommend. 73s